What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin, XCN USD. It is the 24th day of December, and with that I say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody out there. Here we are, $0.045 with about 8 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. I was looking at OnyxCoin, and about an hour ago they posted on their X page. Who's tried the built-in swap on Onyx app? I actually haven't, to be completely fair. The Goliath testnet brings real-world asset tokenization natively on-chain. Read more below. So I figured I'd open this up by reading more about their most recent post here to you guys. So it says, while Bitcoin has remained relatively stable, precious metals, particularly gold and silver, have drawn increased attention and have experienced significant increases over the last year. Despite their long-standing role as financial instruments, they are often less familiar to participants in the digital asset space. Traditionally, accessing physical precious metals has required exiting the crypto ecosystem, onboarding with specialized platforms, and navigating operational complexity. This limitation is now being explored with Goliath testnet. That's freaking huge, guys. Do you understand how big that is? They're talking about trading commodities, RWAs, real-world assets, on-chain. Understand here before you read too much further. Oh my goodness, I just messed my eye up somehow. I went like this. I was like, understand, and I pushed an eyelash into my eye or something. Understand, there are entire projects that their whole purpose, the entire reason they exist, is because they're focused on RWAs, real world assets, bringing them on chain, and that's it. That's all they got. OnyxCoin is implementing that on top of being a DeFi protocol where you can borrow and lend money, and you can stake and receive an APR, right? Receive staking yield rewards for that. The highest APR in this space consistently throughout this whole crypto cycle has been OnyxCoin. You got DeFi, you got RWAs, you've got the AI agent, you've got there's so much more than that. I'm drawing blanks here. Any one of those three things standalone would be enough to be a crypto project by itself. There are crypto projects where any one of those three things is a whole entire project. OnyxCoin is doing not just one, not just two, not just three, but it's doing so much more than that. And I just think this is pretty interesting here to see this. I don't know why my camera isn't. There we go. Anyways, let's see. As outlined in Goliath white paper, native tokenization of real-world assets is a core protocol feature. Core protocol feature. Today we are introducing the testnet tokens Onyx Gold, hey, and Onyx Silver, hey, on the Goliath testnet via Slingshot. These tokenized representations of gold and silver are available for interaction using USDC, ETH, or OnyxCoin. Users can acquire, swap, hold, and transfer these assets within the testnet environment. Additional functionality including staking, bridging, and minting is planned for. Wow, so what? You'll be able to. I don't know. Am I reading this properly? Like, are they saying you'll be able to hold and transfer and swap these assets on the testnet? Oh, and also we're going to include something that allows staking just for OnyxCoin. Staking's already there. They have to be talking about staking your gold, staking your RWAs on chain. You guys, OnyxCoin has the highest APR for staking rewards consistently throughout the whole space, this whole bull cycle. It hasn't been a phase. It wasn't just here to grab attention. It's been here. Even at 14%, it's some of the most competitive APR, let alone being here at about 30%. I wonder what the APR is going to be with gold and stuff. You guys, this is massive. This is actually very massive. Minting is planned for future. Interesting. I'm really curious. This is a big deal, you guys. That is a powerful paragraph right there. This launch allows participants to explore real-world asset tokenization while remaining entirely within the Onyx ecosystem and Goliath testnet ecosystem. But there's going to be the mainnet, right? The testnet is the blueprint for the mainnet, right? So this is going to be more than just testnet tokens here. Thank you to everyone participating in the Goliath testnet. Your testing and feedback are appreciated. That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys, that's huge. That's actually pretty incredible. And I wonder if being listed on Robinhood, I wonder if there's, because Robinhood clearly has access to commodities and stuff, I wonder if there's some kind of partnership there, or maybe they've got their own connection on how they would bring commodities on board. Because if you're going to be trading RWAs, that means that they would have to have that backed up, right? It's not just, you're not just trading the thought or trading the price. You're trading the actual asset on chain. That's the whole point. Anyways, just so cool. All the things that are happening here with OnyxCoin, with XCN, and it's still a scam to so many people. This is such a scam project. They're building all the time. They literally say it. What do I mean by they? Who do I mean by they? I mean they. The people who are super successful in this space, who are veterans, who've been here for a long time, like myself, right? And I say this too, but all the intelligent people in the space. And I say intelligent with quotation marks because it's not intelligence that builds this, it's experience that builds this. They all say the same thing. Look for projects that people overlook. Look for projects that are building even when the price is down, even when things are getting hammered. Look for projects that are being looked over, that are being passed out. Even projects that have some hate thrown at them, because nothing helps something grow like hate and just the hope that it doesn't go up. Right? Dogecoin pumped super hard in its first cycle, and nobody wanted to see it pump. Everybody was calling it a scam, and it pumped super hard because of that, right? It's the projects that people don't want to see succeed that typically do well. OnyxCoin has a lot of hate for whatever reason. For whatever reason, there's a lot of people that hate it. They say it's a scam project. Okay, give anybody proof that it's a scam project. You can't, because it's quite legitimate, and they're building things all the time. I mean, literally, this thing gets more and more valuable from a fundamental perspective as time goes on, but the price keeps going down. This is the exact dream. This is the epitome of exactly what people say to look for, is regardless of what the price action's doing, are they still building? Are they still keeping up with their community? Are they doing all this stuff? And yes, that's OnyxCoin, man. And on top of that, again, they've got like 5 different projects tied into one project. Any one of these sectors that they're going after is itself enough to be a standalone crypto project. There are crypto projects that are standalone like that, but OnyxCoin envelops all these different things. It's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for like payments, like payroll, like a lot of these DeFi protocols are as well. Kind of like ZBCN. Careful, Zbekians. You might have some competition someday. I don't know. Onyx dev team, if you're watching this, I don't know how payroll would go, but maybe you can incorporate that too. Just taking out all these different things that projects do just independently, let alone all together. OnyxCoin is literally the ecosystem of everything. It's becoming like that. Anyways, 0045 right now. We're consolidating, right? It's very obvious that here, what we've been doing like lately, over the past couple of months here, over the past month and a half, is a little bit different than what we typically do, right? Typically, we're in this kind of slow bleed down. We do have these moments where we consolidate and then we break lower or break higher, just to inevitably break lower, whatever. This has been a rather long consolidation phase here, and I'm a little bit curious, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to expect next, because this did and does seem like a fake out to me. But we are back testing for resistance. We're not quite rejecting, but we just haven't moved up yet. Typically, if you get a fake out, you don't spend too much time below where the breakout line would be. And all I'm saying there is, maybe before we get some recovery, maybe we do have lower to go. Just be open-minded to that. I'm not saying that this is the low. I'm not saying that it's not the low. Either option is very possible at this point. But the fact that we broke out here, the fact that we broke this with very minimal volume at all, gives me a lot of hope that not only is this the low, but that we could be breaking back out and getting above these highs here pretty soon. Maybe by the end of this year. It is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. I'm expecting some boring price action between now and then. Probably not a whole lot. We probably won't see too much excitement come back into the crypto space until like mid or late January, honestly. But looking at this on the 1 hour time frame here, a lot of volume over the past couple of hours. You dropped a little bit, and then now you're pumping back up. A little bit of a fake out. You probably come back up, but again, you've just been in this range for the past few days now. I doubt that you change course. You're probably just going to be here. Maybe you come back up and you find resistance here. I mean, the 1 hour indicators, let's see here. Somewhat of a bullish RSI, if we're being fair. Somewhat, there's bearishness and bullishness. Bullish because you're getting overbought and you're not getting oversold. Bearish because you are spending a lot of time below the 50. Stochastics are somewhat bearish as well. You're not getting overbought here. You're getting oversold. The MACD, there's some bullishness there. There's some hidden, or there's some bullish divergence. I don't know. There's some good things and bad things. Truly, it's neutral, but so is the price action. So we're at the low end of this neutral price action. Come back up. That's the expectation, right? 4-hour time frame here. Looking at this with the RSI, bouncing off the 40, you've got lower lows there. Do we have lower lows in the price on a closing basis? Yes, we do. You filled that gap, but there's still gaps. There are still gaps to the downside that we could fill with OnyxCoin. I mean, there is a gap literally all the way down at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like right there. So it is possible that we do take out that low just because of that. Stochastics are bearish. MACD rounding off at the 0, coming down. I have to admit, I'm a little bit leaning toward the bearish side rather than the bullish side from here. That doesn't mean that we have to tank to the downside. But maybe we come down, we form a higher low, maybe we form a double bottom or even a slightly lower low. Something like that could happen as well. Let's just see with our fibs here from a low to a high. Low to a high here. 0.5382, go down the golden ratio at 0044 to 0045 to 0044. Somewhere in that range should be where we go. We're not that far away from it. And maybe we go lower. If we do go lower, we certainly will go below 004. We'd likely find support around 00398 to 00374, somewhere in that range, okay? That'd be my expectation. Daily time frame, looking at this bullish divergence look is still there to some degree. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call this bullish divergence. Like, yes, you have higher lows here, but you have a lower low here. And with that lower low there, you've got lower lows here. Maybe there is no bullish divergence. Still, there's somewhat of a bullish posturing to this daily RSI, right? Whereas before, you're in lower low, lower high territory. Here it's as if, here it's as if we're doing something a little bit different, right? Am I crazy for seeing that? I feel like it looks like a channel to the upside almost. If you look at this on the stochastics, we are rejecting the overbought zone. That's not friendly. The MACD, I mean, the MACD looks good. It looks like you've got a false cross to the downside here. Now you're crossing back up. That's good, but can we sustain this? Can we actually build from here? If we do, I mean, by the way of these readings, other than the stochastics, the RSI and the MACD give me a little bit of faith that we could actually move up here in the coming days. But it's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas. Then we have one day in the stock market, and then it's the weekend again. I don't think we're going to do too much, man. We're going to do one of three things. We're going to move up, we're going to move down, and we're going to move sideways. And what I would expect is if we move up soon, we'll probably come back down. If we move down soon, we will probably come back up. And if we move sideways, well, that'll just be how it's going to be until maybe sometime next week would be my guess. Other than that, guys, I don't really have anything else to say. You know, it's boring price action. It's a boring time in the crypto markets right now. We're at that holiday time of year. They say sell in May and go away. It should be more like sell on Thanksgiving and go away, because from Thanksgiving to the end of the year, all your hedge fund managers, all your trading desk operators, analysts, brokers, whatever, people pushing the markets around, they're all on holiday. Any day now we're going to see this massive break. It's looking like this week, 4 days, 8 hours left, 4 days, 7 hours left, however much it is. This week is going to close red as well. If we can close this week red, that'll be 12 weeks red in a row, and that will be 2 weeks longer than any other red stint that we've seen in OnyxCoin's history. Surely, we've got to be getting toward the bottom of this trend overall. As we can see here, I mean, we didn't really have too many wicks to the downside, not too many wicks. Here you had one wick standalone there, but here we are getting a ton of wicks to the downside, a lot of indecision candles, not really making any headway over the past like 6 weeks or so here. I do assume that we're at the low. This little area seems different than the rest of this does, and different behavior typically begets different results. After this movement is done to the downside, after this kind of parabolic shape is done, when we recover, we should see a V-shaped recovery, and I do assume that this V-shaped recovery will take us up to about 1.2 to 1.5 cents, if not 2 cents and beyond. And just because it takes us there doesn't mean it stops there, right? It just rests there momentarily, and then we continue to rally. We are fully expecting a full recovery from here at the end of the day, something that will take us all the way above these highs here and see dramatically higher prices from the current price and even new all-time highs at some point in 2026. I've got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. OnyxCoin is coming for everything, man. They're coming for everything. RWAs, AI protocols, everything. Trading agents, they're making their own Mainnet for cheaper and faster and better operations. Just all kinds of stuff is coming in 2026. Very excited to see what comes next. I don't have anything else to say. I'm just rambling at this point. So hit the like button, subscribe, take care. Bye.